Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans. I'm your host, Bull. In today's video, we'll be talking about softball and baseball exclusively. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. All right, so starting off with the softball team, we're ranked number 2 nationally, and we just came off of a clean sweep versus Kentucky. First game, we won 8-3. Second game, we win 8-3 as well. And in that final game, we win it 8-7. We're heading into the SEC tournament, and we are currently ranked number 1 in the SEC. And the SEC tournament does start tomorrow, but our Lady Vols will not be playing until Thursday, which is the 9th, facing the winner of LSU and Arkansas. But I will tell y'all this. I love the way that this team is built. I feel like we have a ton of talent, but we're very balanced, right? Whenever you take a look at the way that we're batting, we can bat throughout the entire cycle, either for power or for contact, do a great job running those bases. But on defense, we're talking about elite pitching. I think that that's what it's all about in baseball or in softball, and we play really solid defense. We actually have 3 players that are top 26 finalists for the USA Softball National Player of the Year, 2 of those being pitchers. We'll start off with Peyton Gotcho, who has a 1.22 ERA, and her strikeout to walk ratio is a 6.09, and batters that she is facing are only hitting 171 this season. So very, very impressive. Let's talk about the next pitcher in Carolyn Pickens, who has a 1.25 ERA, and she's only allowing 3.94 hits per 7 innings. That is really, really good. And she has 10 shutouts this year, including a perfect game earlier this year. Now, the final player is going to be Kiki Malloy, who is averaging 1.26 runs per game. And she also has 50 hits this season, 12 doubles and 2 triples. And she has 12 home runs. Those are all leading numbers for our Lady Vols this season. And she's also the career leader for our Lady Vols all time in home runs and in runs scored. So with all that being said, I feel great about our chances to win the SEC tournament, but also that national championship tournament. This team is just built perfectly. I feel like it's kind of getting hot at the right time. Whenever you have elite pitching, especially 2 pitchers that can pitch for an entire game, and can potentially throw those shutouts. You know what I mean? They're going to limit the amount of runs that, or, really even hits that teams are going to be able to get versus our defense. And I love the way that our defense is set up. A whole lot of players that understand what's going on, several veterans, and they know what it takes to, get to this point. But I also feel like to win a championship. So looking forward to that for our softball team. Let's switch gears to our baseball team. And we're coming off of a series win versus Florida down there in the swamp. Can't stand those guys. We win the first game 6-2, then we lost the second one in that doubleheader 3-4. But we came back out in the final game and the bats just got hot. We got on fire. We run ruled them 16-3. I also like the way that our pitching looked, but let's take a look at the rest of the schedule because we do have Vanderbilt coming up here at the end of this week. Okay, on Friday we start that series, and then our final series in the SEC before we head into the tournament on the 21st is going to be versus South Carolina. I think that if we do a good job in both of these series, if we could win both of these, we should have a pretty good opportunity to be the number 1 team in the SEC. And oh, by the way, we are now the number 1 team in the entire country. And it's easy to see why looking at this lineup. We are currently number 4 in the entire country for batting average, number 2 in the country with home runs hit with 126. We're actually behind Austin P in that category, but we have 5 players that have hit double-digit home runs or more this season. Dean Curley is about to get there. He's right at 9. Once he gets his next homer, we're going to have 6 players that have hit double digits. It's very, very impressive, and I know that it's a nightmare for opposing teams to face our guys because everyone can hit that ball deep. But whenever we switch gears to pitching, the team is currently ranked number 8 in the country in ERA. I wouldn't call the pitching elite at this point, but it is very good. It's getting better. I'm seeing a lot more command out of our players, which is really all that you could hope for based off of the floor that we had coming into this season. Now, the biggest question is going to be, can we continue to get better over these next 2 series heading into the SEC tournament? And then, can we really start to get to that elite level? If we can be knocking on that door with the way that we're hitting, forget about it, dude. There's absolutely no reason that we shouldn't all, as Vol fans, be very confident in what this baseball team can do. I think that we can, and I think that we will win the whole thing because that's the way that we're trending. But we've got to stay consistent, right? Like we can't just do it a game here or there. We've got to have our stuff working all the time. And then we really need for our defense to continue to step up. I've seen some errors here lately, but we've got to get that cleaned up. And really those errors have mostly been coming from some veterans. some of that is just because, maybe they are so used to kind of going through these motions, they just have to kind of dial it in a little bit more. That's what I would like to see. But outside of that, y'all, I love both of these teams' chances to win the entire thing. And I think that we will have a World Series title for the softball team and a World Series title for our baseball team. So let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comments section. And as always, thank you for staying all the way to the end. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other volunteer fans. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks. Peace.